Thank you for visiting my channel again, you guys. Today we're going to take a look at a pretty basic problem in Hackerrank, but still I want to touch on this problem because this problem sort of touches on the base of the two-dimensional array in Java, especially the language that I'm currently working on. And today I got a chance to be asked by one company again, so I guess that it's important for us to handling two-dimensional array, which is sort of array in array structure in Java. So let's read the problem. It says there is a 6 by 6 two-dimensional array like this, and we need to define an hourglass in A. So what this is basically, so 3 rows elements in one and another 3. So it looks kind of like the hourglass, and we all calculate the sum of this hourglass, and each sort of these letters represent after they calculate the sum of them. So as you see here, there is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and there are also the 6 and 6 by thing. So what I'm saying is, based on this example, right? So we only calculate this much to that, and this, and this, and this. So all we need to do is sort of, what I'm saying is, in terms of the row, it only stops at here. So it does not, if we are going to loop this, the loops is not going to go further. Otherwise, we're going to have to index out of bound exception here. So what about the columns then? The columns would start from here, right? If we want to use a pointer or whatever data structure that we use, if we use like two-dimensional array, like if we were to use the 2 for loops, and if that for loops does not end here, and it's going to still have an arrays of bound exception. So this is pretty simple, straightforward algorithm to be, I would say, and we can sort of keep thinking of adding up these numbers, but as long as we sort of are attentive to taking care of our 2 pointers or the bounds of each array, row and the column array, then we're good to go. So I'll just quickly go ahead and copy and paste it, this part, and I already actually wrote all the example cases from this example. So the first example of this whatever 6 by 6 array is basically written here, and we're expecting to return 28. And then the second example is here, and we're expected to return 19 from here. So as we see public class, we're going to define in this solutions, we want to basically, oops, I didn't copy paste right, I guess. Copy, and we need to somehow, let me make this public. And again, static in Java means it belongs to the class, and later on we'll take a look at how that is going to work later. So first of all, which data structure that we want to use, right? So that's the key thing here. So we're gonna definitely we'll start with two-dimensional array. As you see here, like 2 brackets. So this array is basically like this form. So what I'm saying is, this is arrays inside of an array. So these all of the length of array is currently the number of rows, which is 6 in here, and oops, and then each row, which means like inside of each array, it has like 6 elements here. So let's try to think how we do this. So we need to definitely start our for loop, but where does I stop? So I is basically taking care of like each rows, right? And then if I say like another, if I were to write another for loop inside, then this whatever, if I say like int j equals something, like this j is going to take care of each individual elements here. So that's how you do it in two-dimensional array. So I is smaller than, I'll say, array dot length. Usually this is how we do it, right? Because array dot length is what, in this case 6, but we only want to go until this point, right? That's the first one, because we want to take care of the 3 elements as horizontally. So that's how we take care of the sort of the horizontal bar of our hourglass problem. So what is index of 1 in here, which is 0, 1, 2, 3, 3. So this array length is 6. So we want to say length minus 3, but we want to include this bound. And then I plus plus. I hope you understand this. Otherwise, you can sort of, if you don't understand this, you can basically just see the examples and you can play with it. Oops, sorry. And then next for loop, which is going to take care of the pointer or whatever chopstick you want to call it to the individual sort of the time. It's going to start from j equals 0, and it goes here, here, here. J equals 0, and that's also pretty much similar. J is gonna be smaller and equal to array sub I dot length minus 3 dot j plus plus. So what this means is basically array dot length is what, 6, the number of rows. So that's how the I is gonna stop it, and j is gonna be sort of horizontal space. Oh, sorry, I messed up previously. I is basically talking about it's like vertical bar, right? And a j is gonna be the length minus. So arrays of I, which is gonna get return us sort of each the row, and each row that length is gonna it's gonna return the number of arrays, or the length of an array, right? So I do this, and then inside what we want to do is we want to sum it up. So I'm gonna say like int sum equals 0, or I just say int sum. Doesn't matter. I don't know. I'll just declare sum, or you can instantiate sum equals 0 because we're gonna keep adding it. Sum. Actually, you don't need to declare 0. I'll just say sum equals arrays of I and j. So let's take a look at here. If this negative minus 9 is arrays I equals j is 0, 0, what we want to add is the i's arrays of sub I of j plus 1. So in this case, it's still gonna be like negative 9, which is same row, but we increment one sort of the index, the column index. I mean, I'm sorry, maybe like this the same. Yeah, it's the same row, but like sort of the next column index, right? Now I want to say arrays of I, still same row, and the second one, make sure you don't have any mistake when you use brackets, and you just keep adding it because that's what we want to do in here. Next thing is, I guess, arrays of I plus 1 and j plus 1, which is sort of this negative 9 here. So we're gonna go down one row, and we're gonna also add one row here, if that makes sense for you. Plus arrays of I. Now we go down 2 times, 2 blocks, 2 steps, and then we want to take care of j, and I want to do like this. Arrays of still, okay, you go down 2 steps, and then for the third one, and I want to arrays of you go down, I don't know, 2 steps still, but 2 steps further. And I want to just store them into array list, and there are multiple ways doing it. And what I thought was, this is also kind of good practice for you. Just try to, make a habit of building a constructor when you define a class. You don't have to, but like if you think that this array list gonna be used all over the methods. And right now we're gonna just use one method, but as you keep practicing Java, if you want to use like another method, and if you need to get access to whatever, because right now we want to store like every single, here I'll show you, every single sum values of this like this. I want to store them in array list or array, whatever you call it. I want to make it global variable, but in the way of in order for you to declare a global variable in Java, the one cool way of doing is to define a constructor. I would say public solution. So this constructor name should be the same as the class name, and then you use parentheses, and you don't need to. You just declare it here, or maybe instantiate. I don't know, but you can just say private variable called list integer result. This is what I did. So I'm gonna make an array list of integer called result. I've just declared this private variable. This is a class variable because the scope of this variable exists inside. The reason why it's private is I'll only want this variable to be seen inside this class. So I don't want people from outside of this class to mess with it. And I'm gonna say result equals new array list integer like this. This is a very kind of clever way of doing it. So every time you I don't know, instantiate this class, right? So this constructor is also going to be generated, and this result array list, this result list integers will be generated. So what I'm telling you is, after you calculate the sum, you need to add the sum to another kind of array list. This is kind of cool practice you're doing it. And then you want to return what? You want to return sort of the maximum value. And the way you do in Java, I figure out actually a few minutes ago, is what you want to do is you return, you can use the collection library, so collections max result. So whatever you put like array or array list, you can, this kind of library methods helps you return the max, or you can also do min if you want to return the minimum of this array list. You can in this way you can kind of return the maximum value of this array list. This is how you do it. So how do we check it, right? So that's a cool way. There are a lot of ways of doing it. One way of you doing it is you instantiate sort of the class every single time, which can be a stupid way, but which is straightforward way. Solution P equals what? Solution like this, and solution K equals new solution. The reason why I'm generating, okay, now I'm gonna explain to you a little bit later, but okay, let's say I just instantiate. I want to print out the result of our class. So this dot notation will get access from this class to this individual method. So our class sum, and its parameter, what do we want to pass? We want to pass in this array sub 1, right? So let's see what we figure out and what we kind of find. And if you want to kind of look through what's inside, you can all the time like add some, I don't know, like print statement here, you know. So I would say system.out.println what's in results. Okay, tell me, print out what's in there. Let's see. No public class found to execute. What am I missing? What am I missing? Public class solution. Class is here. Close is here. No public class found to execute. I guess I'm missing definitely like something here. Public class solution. Public class. Does it have to be capitalized? No, I don't think so. Does it? No, I'm sorry. I think this is small letter. I guess I'm having trouble with something going on here. I hope. Public solution. The constructor looks fine. Public static int. Static void. Does this static matter? I don't know. No, I can just leave it back here because that's sort of the thing that is necessary. P equal new solution system dot operator P dot hourglass sum. No public class found to execute. This is so bizarre. Public class solution. Private solution. Let me see. Public. So this and this here. I'm just to try to brace this so that I'm not missing any. Wait, this braces end where? This brace matches with nothing, right? Am I right? Oh, I had another unnecessary. This is why you need to pay attention to the braces and stuff. Now let me try to run it. No public class found to execute. This is so bizarre. Okay. What's going on? Let me see what's going on here. This is really weird right now. Okay. Solution. Public class. Solution. Now it's somehow working. I don't know what was going on before that, but so it says public class solution braces respected. Oh, because it's parentheses? Is that what it's saying? Illegal startup. Line 48. Line 48. Oh, I'm sorry. I was just using. Oh my god. I was so dumb. Still, non-static variable cannot be referenced from a static content. Non-static variable result. Oh, I'm sorry. I should say what? This dot result, right? In Java, that's how you do it. Non-static. Is that because this is not static? System.out.println cannot find symbol. System.out.println. This is typo. Which line is it? Line 21. Println. So 28. Is that our first answer that we're expecting? Yes, 28. What about second one? Let's feed our second one here. So how about we go ahead and check our second array and see if, and this time it's gonna be like k dot, right? Because different instance of the time class. 19. Is it 19? Sum 19 is, yes, I think that's the correct answer, right? 19, yeah, boom, we're right. So at the last minute, what I want to tell you is actually before we just keep instantiating like this type of class here. What I want to do here is, because we put static here, this belongs to a class, rather than doing this, why don't we just say solution, right? Dot hourglass and then dot solution. Do you think that's gonna work? See, because when we say solution dot, because it's already this static, it already belongs to the class, so we don't need to, previously, do you remember what I just wrote before that? Okay, I'll just comment this to you out. So previously I instantiated this class individually and not use dot notations to get access to this. It was not static, okay? And before, to get access to this individual method. Right now, what I want to do is I put a static here, which belongs to a class, and then I just use the class name, and then I just get access to its own thing. But right now I have a non-static variable cannot be referenced from static context. So how do I resolve this issue, right? So this is sort of the thing that I need to think about. Is that something that I should use this dot? Is that something that you think I should do? Or do you think still this not gonna? Okay, the variable cannot be referenced from a static content. Okay, so I guess I need to somehow Google it and try to see how to resolve this issue. What is like Stack Overflow, which is a very cool website that you can all the time kind of check it out. Let me see. This is a class variable. Sure. Oh, static. Okay. Static, 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 static. So I'll definitely cover this video at a later minute, but please come back and check me later. And thank you for watching my video so far. I want this video to be that long, so thank you very much. I hope you see you next time. Bye bye.